Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today we're going to be diving into this unreleased footage or leaked footage from our wonderful, amazing leaker El Chico EV. Go check out the links in the description, his YouTube, his Twitter. He's the best leaker. He always has credible leaks, and we appreciate him for it. But yes, going to be covering the Aegislash leaks, this new all-rounder or unreleased all-rounder that has yet to hit the game. I'm a little bit late on this one, but I've seen a little bit of snips in here. I haven't exactly watched the entire footage, but I kind of have an idea of how the kit works a little bit, and now I just want to sit down and actually watch the leak. So if you want my thoughts and opinions, I'm going to be reacting to this kind of footage right here. Let's go ahead and turn this down a little bit, and let's watch the Aegislash kind of ability breakdown from El Chico EV. So Aegislash all-rounder, I think it's a really cool character. I don't know. I love all-rounders, so definitely very offensive kind of stars there. I forget what the new one, the middle one is. 157 level curve for Hone Edge, Doublade, and Aegislash. And then you can kind of see the abilities. We have area ability and then a dash ability. We have for level 5. For level 7, we have 2 buff abilities. They both look really similar, so I'm surprised. We'll see what the differences is. I think I've seen the first one. And then an area ability for the Unite move that you will learn at level 9. So Unite move level 9. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Hone Edge level 1. And this is, I watched Teeds' video or portion of it. This is an interesting part. It doesn't have like a natural boosted auto, but when you use this first ability, it will build a boosted auto that uses, like, look at it, like whenever it attacks, it acts like kind of like a Greninja boosted melee where you kind of like pass through it. So you can see that you're building the boosted melees, and then when you attack, you pass through. So very Greninja-esque in that way. I'm really excited about that one. And then we have our buff move, which is probably like damage reduction or, you know, something like that. Can't be CC'd while in this move, something like that. It's going to be early game, so I would assume damage reduction just off that. You know, for like laning phase or something like that. That said, you know, the interesting thing about this kit design kind of screams laner to me, because you have mobility, you have the ability to dash in, and then if it is something damage reduction, well, you don't really need that in the jungle. So let's go ahead and get our first look at our first move. Let's see which one he grabs. All right, so we have the area move. This is an area move. The other one is a dash move. So I'm going to be honest, I'm already a little bit more privy on the idea of having a dash move, replacing a dash move as opposed to an area move, but let's see what this looks like. Oh, it's kind of like a dash. It's an area dash, so big area slash kind of move that gives you the boosted auto, so that persists through. It's got some good mobility on it, so even though it's listed as an area move, it's got some decent mobility on it. Pretty good move. I'm not really looking at the damage numbers because some of this stuff might, you know, be able to crit. Some of the stuff might, like that, those pass-throughs, those are probably percentage damage. So we're seeing 12,000, 6,000. It's probably percentage based. So this is going to be a good thing against tankier things. That's my guess, right? Is that it might be percentage based at the dummy. And let's see, we get our first shield move, which is really reminds me of like Braum. Can you move while doing this? It doesn't look like it. You're unstoppable, but it doesn't look like you can move. I'm not gonna lie, this is a buff move. This doesn't really excite me too much. Like, you could build up your boosted auto, you could like dash in with a boosted auto or use your first dash move and then pop this and knock people back. It really just depends on what it does. Like, if it causes some crazy movement speed slow afterward, maybe that could be something cool. But that move doesn't excite me too much. Looks interesting. And then of course you have this is what I mainly saw was the like stance swapping. So if you look down and by the back button in the center of the screen, we're in like shield stance, and then whenever that you use your first ability, you go into like sword stance. So that's going to be interesting. So look, there's the sword stance, and it physically changes the model to be more the shield and the sword version. And it just depends on what that does, because that could change the abilities. It could change the Unite move depending on what stance you're in. It could change your stats. So it could be really cool. So there's the big area Unite move. This one has a decent windup to it. So I'm kind of expecting that since it's just like an area slash, it's going to do some big damage, because you kind of just get into a fight, you start using your abilities, and then you slam that down on someone. I'm going to assume that does some good damage. But the big question mark for me is like, what is the passive? What exactly do the boosted autos do? I'm assuming that it's going to be percentage based damage. So like when you hit someone, boom, you hit them for like, you know, 2% of their health or 3% of their max health, something crazy like that. So you hit them really hard. And what does the fourth one do? Because you can actually get a max boosted auto, but that might just be how many you can carry. It might not do anything different. And then what do these buffs do? Because I've seen the other buff move. but I didn't see the current one that we just had. So, all right, so we're on the other move set now. And let's see. This is going to be the dash move. So let's see if it's more mobility. Our first... You know, it actually might be less mobility because it's got this, like, wind-up kind of thing to it. So this one probably does more damage, but brings, like, less mobility to the kit. Interesting. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the two, like, move 1 upgrades do. This one's got some nice... Man, I like this move, though. I don't know if it's just because of the visual effect or, like, the knock-up that it has. This one might be the move. I don't know. We'll have to feel it out. And then let's see this defensive move. This defensive move is like a dash shield. Really quick, really short and sweet dash move. Interesting. I kind of like this move set better, I think. Maybe, yeah, we really just have to read the nuance into it, right? What are the interactions? What does this do for this? What do the stances do? What exactly does the boosted auto do? But I really like this slash. That looks like it'd be really good in a fight. Like, I could see you dashing in, shield stance, swapping into the slash, slashing, and then throwing down a unite move, right? Like, that's literally the fight. Would be really cool. I like characters that have a lot of in-design nuance, because that's where the skill ceiling comes out. Like, what do you do? What decisions can you make with your own character? Yeah, this just looks like a little shield. It doesn't last very long. You just get in. Maybe, you know, maybe it has something else that it does. Let's check and see what the upgraded versions do. I can't really tell. You know, the upgraded versions probably just add more damage, add more defense, right? Maybe a bigger shield or bigger knockup, maybe? Is that a bigger knockup? It's hard for me to tell. It might be a bigger knockup. I really like this pass-through mechanic. I like it a lot. I am a fan. And then, of course, the Unite move. That thing's going to have to hit hard. So nice, there you have it. Pretty cool kit design. Let's go ahead and let this play. So I kind of round up my thoughts a little bit. The first moveset that we saw, I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of, if I'm being honest. The first moves on both look pretty good, but that first shield like bump move, I guess just depending on exactly what it does, because it may be really defensive. It may like harshly, you know, like majorly raise your defenses while you use it, could be good. But I'm not really sold on it just yet. Let's kind of like look for it really quickly. It's this moveset right here. I'm not really sold on yet. Like that move right there, it stuns and then it knocks back. But maybe that could be good. I just feel like you're sacrificing a lot of mobility for that, because the other like little shield has a dash to it. But it just depends on exactly how it interacts, what the passive is that maybe could be applying to this. And then this move honestly looks like much more straight away get in there, but it's probably going to do less damage, but could be very interesting. So friends, there you have it. All-rounders are like my favorite kind of archetype, so I really like it, like the whole bruiser style of role. And again, I think that this will probably be a laner as long as it can secure well. We'll have to see how that feels, but could be jungled well, and hopefully the Unite move does some serious damage. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new for future Pokemon Unite content. I definitely do appreciate all the support. As always, friends, be sure to be kind to one another, tell someone that you love them, and I'll see you on the next video.